Hey everyone, Kobe1 Kenobi 4560 recording another video. So yeah, today giving you a news update. So sorry I haven't been able to do news updates for the past few days. Have had some uploading problems and stuff like that, uploading parts of my walkthroughs and stuff like that, to where my uploads have just failed and stuff like that. I've kind of had a pretty rough few days because I've had to deal with some stupid moron. But anyway, I digress. So news-wise, we have a ton of news on Sonic stuff, so yippee! Now, turns out, before I talk about Sonic Generations, there's something else that's really important. So I want to talk about there's a rumor going on that Sonic for the Wii U is very well in development already. And turns out that the game is going to be called Sonic Dimensions. Now, we don't know too much about this game, but we do have some, from this rumor that we heard, it talks about some interesting stuff. So basically, in the timeline, this game is supposed to come after Generations, but basically be the spiritual successor of Sonic Colors. And in this game, though, Eggman actually doesn't just make a time-space continuum shift or open a tear in time and space. He actually he actually splits Sonic. He affects Sonic in the game, to where he splits Sonic into 5 different personalities, I believe, to where Sonic is different colors and stuff like that in different forms. So it's kind of interesting. It's kind of like a gimmick, I guess you'd say, but doesn't sound as it sounds a lot more interesting than Colors, where you actually turn to all these other power-ups. With this game, though, there are these power-ups where, if you turn to this certain color, I'll put the link in the description below. If you turn to go read the full details, if you turn to this color, it's red. You can cause explosions and stuff like that and break stuff. Then there's another color, I believe it's purple, to where you can manipulate blocks and stuff like that in the environment. And also there's a yellow power-up to where you're able to go super fast with Sonic. That's how you go faster than the other forms, but you can get damaged very easily. And then also there's regular Sonic, who's blue. And there's also another colored Sonic. I can't even recall what color he is, but turns out that he turns into this, he's slower than the red version of Sonic, because Red Sonic is actually quite slow, but this version is actually a lot slower than that, and he lumbers around. He's fat, like Big the Cat. Yeah, I don't know. This is some crazy... These are some crazy ideas. And there's all this other stuff to where there's a white form in the game, to where if you die a certain amount of times, Sonic will actually do the level for you and stuff like that, or show you a quick guide on how to beat the game. Now you're probably thinking all of a sudden, oh, and then also another thing, the game takes advantage of the Wii U controls and allows you to do homing attacks, I believe, and then also manipulate some items and stuff like that, and transform. So you can use 2 abilities in each level, I believe, 2 out of the however many abilities that are available. And you're probably thinking, this kind of sounds like a Nintendo game, with the super guide kind of thing and all that stuff. Well, turns out that the rumor also states that Sonic Generations is being developed with Nintendo. Yeah, kind of surprising, because, Sega, but back then, they were humongous rivals, and now they're coming together, actually making a game, which is quite interesting. So the full team who worked on Sonic Colors is back for this game, and then also they're working with Nintendo. So who knows what this crazy game is going to be all about. It's supposed to mimic, it's going to have the physics like the classic Sonic games, like classic Sonic and Sonic Generations. It's going to mimic that. They're going to be 2D platforming sections, I believe, in the game. So I don't know. What do you think about this? All these different gimmicks and stuff. It sounds a bit more like it's going to be a bit more intrusive than Sonic Colors. And another thing also, turns out that in the game, Eggman's scheme is going to be so freaking crazy that he actually splits up every single person in the world, including himself, to where you'll not only run into regular Amy and regular Shadow or whatever and stuff like that, you're actually going to run into anti-Amy, to where then you're going to have to fight an evil version of Amy. So kind of like a reference to the Sonic comic series. I don't know, that's kind of really interesting though. And then there's even going to be an Eggman, to where he's going to be really nice, and he's actually going to help you in the game, give Sonic advice and stuff like that. So this game sounds totally crazy, but you know, from what we've heard with the rumors and stuff like that, most rumors that go into detail like that have been quite spot on. Because when we heard about Sonic Generations, which was, I can't even recall what it was before called, but that rumor was basically spot on. So this could be like exactly, this could actually be a legit game. So let me know in the comments what you think about that. And then also we have some info on Sonic Generations. So a lot of people have, well, not a lot of people, but IGN released a review talking about Sonic Generations, and they were just praising the gameplay and stuff like that. They gave the game an 8.5 out of 10, praising the gameplay and stuff like that, but didn't like how sometimes there were some cheap areas where you like run to and like stop to a halt and stuff like that. Like some of the level design, I guess you'd say. The graphics weren't like totally amazing to them. That the game looks good when you're in like going super speed, which is what the game's all about. But well, like in motion. But when you're like standing still, they said that the game doesn't look that pretty. And I kind of do understand that because the Hedgehog engine is kind of old. I think it's like 6 years old. Yeah, so I mean, I can understand that the game doesn't look like impressive like all the new Sonic, like all the new games that are out today. But you know, one thing I did kind of find disappointing in my opinion was that the game runs at 30 frames per second. Like, it just looks a lot slower than Sonic Unleashed, but I don't know. Probably gives you more time to react, so it may not be a bad thing totally. But watched some gameplay and stuff like that, and there have been a lot of videos, because Best Buy actually broke the street date of Sonic Generations. A lot of people were wondering if I was going to go pick the game up. I said no, I wasn't going to, because, you know, when you buy games like that from companies and they break the street date, most of the time, the people who work there, like the manager or the employee who did that, will actually get fired. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to get someone fired because of my because I'm impatient. And I mean, I'll just wait till November 1st. I mean, that's when I'll just go on and pick it up. And GameStop's giving DLC anyway, so more of a reason to just wait. But yeah, so a lot of people have been posting up videos, cutscenes and stuff like that. A lot of like funny references to the past, and like there are actually like gonna be a few slaps in the face to some classic Sonic fans and stuff like that who just won't let go of the past, basically. So yeah, you'll see that a lot. And also there's a video, I'll put the link in the description below, a spoilers video showing exactly who's behind the Time Eater. And let's just say that if you've been a long-time subscriber and have watched my videos on Koboner9456, just remember that I gave you like a story, like I talked about story spoilers and stuff like that, talked about what actually happens and stuff like that. And basically, my info back then, like months ago, was spot on. So if you remember that, that's basically what happens with the Time Eater. So basically spot on. But anyway, yeah, a lot of people have complained that the game is only like 4 to 6 hours long as well, so that's kind of a bummer. I'll probably be done with that walkthrough fast, especially since I'm really good at Sonic games, so I think I would be done pretty fast with that game. But I do plan, hopefully, to get the medals and stuff like that and unlock stuff, but I'll see. But yeah, so that's basically it for the Sonic Generations news right there. Oh, also we have some, I forgot, have some info on Sonic Generations for 3DS. So have some info on the Street Pass support. So the game's going to have like 100 extra missions for Street Pass, to where like if you pass a person and they've unlocked some stages or something like that, you'll actually have those stages unlocked, which is kind of interesting. And also, if you don't pass a lot of people who have a 3DS, because I mean, not a lot of people have 3DSs, if you pass a lot of people, you'll actually, like if you get game coins and stuff like that, you can buy the extra missions. So that's kind of cool, you know, pretty interesting. And also, Nintendo Power has confirmed that Sonic Generations for the 3DS will have Tropical Resort. But the thing is that this Tropical Resort level in Sonic Generations for 3DS is actually going to be based on the Wii version of Sonic Colors, not the DS version, which is quite interesting. I don't know why. But it looks like Sega's just basically, like, screw the handheld games. I mean, they're not really paying too much attention to it. Like, the only games they're really caring about, like, for handheld levels, is the Sonic Rush series. So, I don't know. Kind of weird. It's kind of like a slap in the face to the handheld series and history, in my opinion, but whatever. So, it should be a good game. It's coming out November 22nd, so stay tuned for that. It's going to have multiplayer online racing, so should be Awesome. But yeah, and then also Nintendo has confirmed that they're going to bring DLC, demos, and all that stuff, and an improved eShop with the next firmware update. Like, you're going to be able to do silent downloads. So when you have your 3DS in sleep mode, close the thing, clamshell, it'll actually be able to download games and stuff like that. It won't cut them off, and you won't lose your internet connection, which is awesome because you know, I mean, some people would actually like to close their 3DSs or download something while they're on the go or something like that. So that's kind of cool. And also with like I was saying, demos should be coming, and Capcom's even thinking about releasing a Resident Evil Revelations demo on the 3DS eShop, but they're trying to see the file size limit. And also, what was it? Oh, the eShop. It's going to be available like on smartphones and PCs. So Nintendo's just trying to make sure that their online experience is a lot better than the past, and that they're actually paying more attention to what they should do with online for their handheld system. And Nintendo has said that they've also learned a lot from the 3DS launch, and they're preparing the Wii U right now, and that the Wii U is not going to make the same mistakes the 3DS made, and that they plan to show the final version of the Wii U at E3 2012. So basically hinting that the Wii U is going to come out sometime after June. So probably sometime in the summer, maybe in the fall, or maybe holiday next year. Who knows? But I think that would be a bit too long, you know, because Ninja Gaiden's coming out on that. I mean, some people probably wouldn't want to play a Wii U version of that game if there's not really anything significant, like, I don't know, but we'll just have to wait and see. So yeah, but I am pretty pumped about seeing the Wii U because that's going to be an awesome system. So yeah, and then also Nintendo has had the sales go up on the 3DS. It's gone up by, they've finally sold now 6.68 million units worldwide, which is pretty impressive. 3DS sales have just gone up now, but software sales have gone down 20% because the only games that were really launched were Star Fox 64 3D, so not really impressive. But yeah, so I guess that's basically it for this news update. Sorry I rambled so long. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please don't comment, like, subscribe. Stay tuned for more vids, walkthroughs, and updates. So, yeah, check out my Sonic Unleashed walkthrough. I thought I was going to be able to upload the finale tonight, but sadly I'm not going to be able to. I'm going to upload it tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And also stay tuned for my Sonic Generations walkthrough on November 1st. That is when I'm going to be doing that. So, thanks again. See ya. Have a good day. And may the Force be with you.